Well, good morning, Open Door. How you guys doing? Caleb Lynch here with you, lead pastor here of Open Door Fellowship. I know I missed you last week. I was super bummed to not be with you. I've been a little under the weather, but I will be back with you soon, and I'm excited for this Sunday. But I do want to share a couple of quick things with you. The first thing is that today is that final day to register for the Daddy-Daughter Dance. So if that's something you're interested in, I know you've been hearing a lot about it, but please go ahead and get registered for that today. This is that final cutoff, and you can do all that online. The next thing is we've been doing that baby bottle challenge, and so many of you have taken those baby bottles home with you, and it's such a sweet thing. Today is that final day where they all got to get turned back in, filled with some cash to help out the babies and the families. So please do that, and if you forgot today, you can run it by early next week to the office. We'll be here and still be able to receive it, but please do that as soon as you can. And then the final thing I just want to share with you is that we still have a couple of spots left for our Marriage Madness retreat. And if you've not been a part of this, it's up at Tom and Marcia Kuiper's cabin, and it's a weekend thing, and it's just a beautiful way to enrich your marriage and to dig into some cool things about how God sees marriage and some practical ways to improve your marriage. So I would encourage you, if you haven't got a chance to sign up for that or be a part of that Marriage Madness retreat, please go do that. You can sign up online, and I know they would be excited to have you. Okay, one last little quick thing that I want to share with you, and I know I keep saying last thing, but we do have one last thing. Family Promise had an amazing week, and you get to hear from some of our Family Promise team here in a second. And they just want to share with you a little bit about how it went and to be encouraged by it. So I'll be back with you in a second, but you get to hear from John DeForest and Chris Gardner.
My name's John DeForest.
I'm Big G.
Together we're John and Big G.
Cool.
And we're here to talk about Family Promise, a ministry that Open Door Fellowship partners with. It's a ministry for people that are struggling financially. The Ministry of Family Promise vets them, then brings them on board. It's an incredible commitment by those families. And we've been amazed by those families and what they do to try and get out of financial struggles. And so we believe in this ministry and just want to invite anybody that's out there to be a part of it. It's a great ministry. In April, we have our next one-week event, and it'll be hosted here on campus. We provide meals, we provide overnight housing. During the day, they're actually out looking for work, or the kids are in school. But that gives you a little bit of an idea of the ministry itself.
So on behalf of our wives, Sue and Erica, the leadership team of Family Promise, thank you to those of you that did help out, whether praying or coming out and providing a meal. Thank you. I was just thinking today about a passage in Mark where Jesus says, whatever you do to the least of these, you've done it to me. And there's another passage like, when were you hungry? When were you in prison? When did you have no clothes? Well, when you do it to someone else, you do it to me. And I'm a little concerned about that passage in this context because the friends that we meet aren't the least of these. We're all the least of these. And and one of the beautiful things I've seen in Family Promise, you've seen, John, and you're going to talk about actually seeing this, is a kind of an idea I've stolen from Father Greg Boyle from Tattoos on the Heart. There's no us in them. It's just us. And when you see a kickball game happening out on the playground with open door kids that don't have a home, parents that don't have a home, it's not that, it's just a bunch of people playing kickball. And it's a beautiful thing, and we would invite you to be a part of this. And we've seen that personally, John.
Amen. So I want to mention a story about Lakeisha. She was at a week in January where we did Family Promise. And she had shared that her greatest fear in growing up is that at some point she would be homeless. And yet she was sharing that she had found herself in that place and then come on board with Family Promise. But what she shared with us was that fear has gone away because she has seen that Jesus is a part of this as well, and that the churches that are involved in supporting Family Promise, the people that are involved with Family Promise and how much they care and love each other, as well as the families, that she said, I see Jesus in this, just as I've seen Jesus take away my fear.
Yeah.
So it's an amazing story about Lakeisha. So I think we would conclude is, we can't do this alone.
No.
We need you, and we need all the help we can get. There's more information on Open Door's website, and we hope you'll be a part of it.
Yeah, it's super great.
So, thank you.
All right, thanks, John. Thanks, Chris. What an amazing opportunity that Family Promise is. We love that that's a part of who we are as a church here. Hope you guys have a great Sunday. You're going to get to hear from Jonathan Tews, our youth pastor, this Sunday, and I'm so excited for you. I'm sorry not to be there with you, but I love y'all. I miss you. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. We'll see you soon. Peace.